That's 970-351-0030. The Radio Shack discontinued merchandise sale ends soon.
1310 KFKA.
Here is the true definition. She refused the flowers I sent her. She thinks I'm a slobbering idiot.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Parents are probably idiots too.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
Look at me. I'm a goofy doofus.
Here's another idiot.
Don't want a nation to die the new media.
You're an idiot. You're a moron. Get off. Take off.
I'm not an idiot.
And get you with the sound of hysteria.
I mean, who is this idiot? You're a fat idiot.
The subliminal mind America.
Everybody at school thinks I'm a freaking idiot because of you.
Welcome to a new kind of tension. All across the alien mission. Everything is romantically okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones that meant to follow. For the ticket to our queue.
Idiot! You're fat and your mom's naked on the internet. You also smell.
You are an idiot. Maybe I need to learn to communicate better. That is a problem. You are a phenomenal idiot.
He's just an idiot.
What are we, idiots?
I'm not an idiot.
You idiot!
You, sir, are an idiot.
Okay, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Good evening, Greeley. Good evening, Northern Colorado. Good evening, North America, and all points in between. I'm Scooter McGee. Wow, what a day I have had. I've had just the taste, so to speak, of the campaign trail, and I'm tired. And I'm sure you're tired too. All the news, all the stories. It's time to take all of that and put that aside, and we're going to spend a few hours just talking about a few things. And first of all, tonight, as promised, our first hour will be dedicated to Atlantis. Yes, Atlantis. That fictional place. It doesn't exist. It fell into the water. Could it happen again? It's not out of the realm of possibility, according to my guest tonight. And then we're going to talk about local issues, because I'm getting an unbelievable amount of mail to Scooter at 1310kfka.com, shameless plug. And it's filling up rather quickly here with some hot button topics that everybody wants to talk about. And we're fortunate enough that our local leaders are making themselves available for quotes. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had a chance today to talk to Congresswoman Marilyn Musgrave. So in the 10 o'clock hour, I'm going to run the clips, and you're going to hear exactly what I heard. And patriotism is first and foremost, and the topics are what were so fascinating to me. And so I hope you'll stick around for that. But again, my first hour is dedicated tonight to a fascinating book called The Atlanteans, and her name is Dorothy Cora Moore. She is the author. And without me, see, I don't do a book justice. The author themselves do. So without further ado, Dorothy, good evening. How are you? Dorothy, thank you for spending time with us. Encapsulate very quickly the premise of your book, The Atlanteans.
Fiction based on 30 years of research. And I thought it would be much, I could write another book on Atlantis after all the research that I've done. And there are hundreds of books that have been written. Even Plato wrote a couple of articles on Atlantis. His uncle apparently was his source, and his uncle's knowledge came from Egyptian priests. But anyway, I thought it would be much more interesting to create a story of fiction, and this story was actually an original screenplay, and that was in all the studios. I thought it was a very visual story and that it would play very well as a movie, and so I wrote the original screenplay, took classes at UCLA in motion picture arts and sciences, and the people who teach there in the extension program are all in the industry and have been for many, many years. I finally, after about 2.5 years, had a good enough screenplay. Someone referred me to an agent who had it in all the studios. And in the very end, I was told that I was an unknown writer with no proven audience for my work, that the original screenplay had an enormous budget, and that nobody would take a chance. So my agent, Carol Shield Levy, told me that I really should write the sequel. A screenplay is a short story and a novel is a long story, so to write the sequel, the American sequence, and then novelize all of it. And she said, and then we'll keep the screen rights and make the deal we want later on. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and wrote the sequel and then novelized all of it. And several years went by. Meanwhile, I'm working, during the day in law firms and at night writing. Finally, I had it. Carol really liked it. And to make a long story short, some time passed, but it was finally published. And the story is really the story of two best friends from Harvard, a lawyer and a doctor, who go on the adventure of a lifetime. One of the characters, Teddy Townsend, comes from a very wealthy Bostonian family. He was an only child, lived in a big house, but no one was ever home. And his best friend and roommate at Harvard, Ryan Stewart, that was Teddy Townsend I was talking about. His best friend and Teddy's best friend and roommate at Harvard, Ryan Stewart, came from a very poor Irish Catholic family in the South